Our talk is on the meaning of the term Sabbath. So let us first begin with things that I think should be pretty obvious, and then we proceed to things that are perhaps not so obvious. First, we understand Sabbath as an idea for preserving the culture. And in the Western society, Sunday is the main day for attending that need in society, the need to preserve the culture. Religion has served as the protector of the culture. And in Western society, the church has performed the main task of protecting the culture. When society drifts away from the cultural concerns, then we expect that the church in a Western society would not drift away, but would keep those concerns and be faithful to those concerns. The Jews, they have their Sabbath, and the Christians have their Sabbath. There are some Christians who observe Saturday, but most of them observe Sunday as the day for this particular concern we're talking about right now. Often it is said that Muslim Sabbath is on a Friday. That's incorrect. Muslims, we have no Sabbath. We have no Sabbath. Every day is cleanup day for us. So that should be understood at the outset, so no Muslim will have the wrong idea concerning his own religion. Sabbath is not a term for us. It's for Christians and Jews. The definition of culture now. Culture, its definition tells us a lot. And good dictionaries give you lengthy definitions of the word culture. So we are not going into all the lengthy definitions, but we just hope to go to the main meanings. Webster's Imperial Dictionary, complete revision, very old dictionary. I don't know the date of the revised printing, but the Imperial Dictionary itself dates back to 1905, I believe. 1905. And the first entry that is given, it says, and I quote the dictionary, the act or process of tilling and preparing the earth for crops, cultivation. So this is the first meaning of the word culture. The second entry says, to improve, to correct, to refine man's physical or mental condition. So then it should be pretty clear to us what the depiction of Jesus in the Bible as a gardener means. The Bible pictures Jesus after his death, according to the Bible, as a gardener. So then we should understand the meaning now. Since the cultivation of the soil means preparing it, tilling it, and preparing it to grow crops, to feed human needs. And the same word means to improve, to correct, to refine man's physical or mental condition. So from the idea of tilling the ground to bring dead seeds, from dead seeds to living, growing things that bear fruit and produce and things necessary for man's livelihood and progress, we should apply that to the mental now needs of the human being, and understand that relates in Scripture, that relates to our mental needs, the need to cultivate our minds, to prepare our minds, to cultivate our minds, to correct our self-destructive thinking, to correct our morally diseased thinking, to bring us into the growth that God has intended for us. You see? So this is a cultivation. To do the groundwork. To do the groundwork. Culture in this broad sense takes in practically everything that relates to man's higher aspirations. It includes the principles by which he lives or conducts himself for refinement, for excellence. It also includes the fashions, the styles that are set to help keep him in the right frame of mind. And it includes the institutions. So we have principles, fashions, and institutions, all under the term culture. The institutions are structured upon the principles, and the fashions reflect the disciplines. When institutions go bad, fashions go bad, we have nothing to fall back on but principles. And when principles are lost, then we just wait for the mercy of God.
That's right.
Yes. So we may say that principles are basic in the cultural growth of a society. They are fundamental. Principles are basic. Institutions are the elaborate expression of those principles. Our institutions of learning, and then the institutions that represent the cultural expressions in the form of art, music, artwork. All of this is culture. Dance. For the poor people, I mean poor in terms of cultural development. For the poor people, the strongest presence or evidence of culture in their lives is popular music. Popular music. It sets them to the cultural pattern. They are not directly influenced by the institutions, and except for a few who follow the principles of the church or religion, they are not set to the principles of culture. They are set to the tempo through the music. Right? And by the way, Jesus said, destroy this temple. Had too much tempo, not enough sense. You see? And the symbol for the conscience in culture respecting the poor, culturally poor, is the foot. Because when the music get us, the first thing sense it is the foot.
That's right.
You know? Yeah. So let's go to the blackboard now here. I don't know what you came for. I came for business. Maybe you just came to see me. I came for business. So let's see. Not such a good artist here, but try to draw a foot. That looks almost like a foot. Now, they call this part the ARCH, right? The arch. And they call this part the HEEL, the heel. And they call this part toes, right? Now, what has this got to do with the Sabbath? Well, we hope to find out. This is called the heel, and the heel has a round bone. And this is the arch, and it has an arched bone. Right? Yes. And these are called the toes, the pretty straight bones. Connected. All right? The heel shouldn't be coming out that much. I wanted you to know that it is a heel, but I didn't want it to come out that much. All right. Let's see, can we get another meaning out of this? Now we said heel, H-I-L-L. Now let's see, can we get the other one? H-E-A-L. Now all of those pronounce heel, no, right? H-E-E-L, heel. H-I-L-L, heel. H-E-A-L, heel. Heel, heel, heel. Hell, hell, hell. Well, doesn't have to be hell if you know how to balance yourself on your heels. And this is called arch. And arch is also closely related to another word called ark. A-R-K, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. They both are related. They mean a curve. You see? So it's an ark. And we are told that the world was saved by an ark. That Noah was instructed to build a boat. And the boat was the rescue for the people that was threatened by a world flood. And the ark was supposed to have saved them, right? All right. So maybe you were here for the first time. You want to know what that ark was. That ark was the arch. He was told to bring animals on of every kind. None of them were left out. Male and female. It's talking about sensitivity. The key to saving the people was to appeal to their sensitivities. That's how they were saved. And sensitivities work between people and people. You feel my sensitivities, I feel your sensitivities. So it was very much like the New Testament doctrine of love. Love everybody. That's an appeal to the sensitivities of the people. Love everybody. And the doctrine of love appeals to everybody. You know, you might miss some people if you come with the disciplines of your particular religion. You might miss some people. Some people might not be that responsive to your particular philosophy. But everybody is responsive to love. The business people, everybody is responsible to love. They're responsive, to love. So this is a sensitivity, and the strongest sensitivity we have. It's the emotions of love and hate, right? So the ark that saved them was that appeal to their sensitivities. Love, love. And the scripture says, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So the New Testament comes right back with the same philosophy. Love, love, appealing to the sensitivities. If sensitivities was the key for saving them, then what were they being destroyed by? Sensitivities. Sensitivities. That's the thing that was destroying them. Sensitivities. But their sensitivities had gone astray. from the path of sensible, intelligent life. And the prophet had to call them back to their sensitivities, not to their intelligence, to their sensitivities. Society gets in such a bad shape mentally that you can't appeal to their intelligence. There's nothing there to appeal to. So you appeal to their sensitivities just like you would a baby or an animal. You fish in the sensitivities of the people and use the strongest bait. And love is a strong bait. The Lord loves you. Sinners, the Lord loves you. Strong bait, isn't it? You know, the rabbi and the monk and the priest and all of them have been looking down on you and snubbing their nose at you and blowing their nose on you and spitting at you, calling you a nasty, low-life skunk and everything. And then here come a man, sinners, the Lord loves you. Pretty strong bait. Yes, well, that was the ark that saved the world in Noah's time. Why is the foot used? Why is this part of the foot used as a symbol to connect us with that meaning? Because for most people, that arch is the most sensitive part of your foot. It's the most sensitive part of your foot. Now, there are the exceptions. Some people can't be moved no matter where you touch them. Yes, so the arch is the most sensitive part of your foot. But look how the wise in religion pick symbols that carry such great, precious meaning. You all doing all right? Yes. I hope so. The arch of the foot is raised. I'm exaggerating it so we can get the point better. The arch of the foot is raised. They can't see back there. Maybe I'll put it up here. It's raised. The heavens is raised too, right? The sky seems to be arched. Seems to be a great umbrella. Now we know it's not really shaped like that, but our vision gives us that kind of image, right? Gives us a round image of the sky, an arch, more round than that. So the arch is a raised thing, and under the arch of the foot is the ground, right? And the ground is called earth. E-A-R, well, I'm trying to fix it so you can see it, but we can't. E-A-R-T-H. Called earth. And what is earth? What does earth mean? Yes, it's conscience, all right, because if you ain't wanting nothing, you ain't got no conscience. So it is conscience. The earth is appetite. Appetite. Yes. The earth wants to eat. And if it gets some seeds and a little rain, a little sunshine, it won't only eat, it'll give you some food. Right? So the earth wants to eat. It's appetite. In Arabic, the word ard is used. If I say, I had an appetite, see, arad, I had an appetite. The pleasing of appetites, or being pleased after having my appetite filled, is from the same word, radin. Pleasing God, of the same word, Madadatullah, the pleasure of God. You see? So appetites, we have to make those appetites conform to what is most excellent in us. And the best way to do that is to bridle those appetites for the pleasure of Allah. Right? Yes. So see this word, very common word in the religion. So these sensitivities here hold themselves up from contact with the ground, with the floor. That tells us that those people who picked this symbol wanted to say we should keep our appetites uplift. Man should have his appetites uplifted. Don't let your appetites come under the gravity of the material world, but keep that sensitivity arched, raised up. Something has to touch the earth, though. What's touching? The heel. Now, that heel works for us better, that mind that we keep in contact with the earth, material necessities and material needs, it works best after we have gone up the hill of trial and tribulation and learned the lesson. You see? Once we've gone up the hill and learned the lesson, we come back down healed. And then we're really able to balance ourselves on our heel. Yeah. See? Now we have in front here toes. Toes. The word toe means to pull. And it's associated with boats. They tow boats. Can't you see here the connection again with Noah's Ark? You got toes in front of your foot to connect the wires with the ark. You tow the boat in when something happens to it, or when the water is too shallow for it. Now these senses, they have to pull the foot. They tow. And you heard the song that kids used to sing? Heel toe, stepping over, heel toe. You ever hear that? Yeah, we used to sing that as kids, you know. Heel toe, stepping over, heel toe, stepping over. Something like that it went, you know. They had a lot of songs about the heel and the toe. Yeah. Skip in my loo, my darling. Yeah, you remember that. Skipped in my loo. Some devilish songs they put out, I'm telling you. Yes, so toe. When your car breaks down, the man or somebody tows it in. Right? Yes. And if the police tow it in, he puts it in the pound. That's what they call it in Chicago. We call them out here too, the car pound. Puts it in the pound. Now what else they put in the pound? Dogs. Oh, my dogs hurt so bad today, man. Aren't you tired of having people talk over your head? Every race on this earth got some people in their midst of their own kind that knows what's happening in this double talk that culture makes. Except us. That's right. Except us. And we should be tired of the world talking over our heads. Playing games with us like we some dumb children or something. I'm tired of it. And I think Allah, He'd let me see what's happening. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a nigger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So what is that saying about you and the masses? That your life is on the lowest level of sense perception. You feel good, you feel bad, you feel happy. You feel hurt, you feel love, you feel hate. But you don't feel knowledge. You don't feel logic. That's what they're saying about you. And when you get in trouble, they have to tow you in. Catch a nigger by his toe. If he holler, I mean, catch him by his toe. Catch him by his sense perception. His instinctive emotional movements. Catch him by those. And if that doesn't work, let him go to hell. That's what it means. Let him go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, bit, meeny, knee. Miny, still smaller, mo, hell. Let him go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let his senses shrink up until he goes to hell. Yeah. But never appeal to his intelligence. Never say, look, let's stop towing him in. Let's do what the New Testament says. Let's bring him to land and teach him. Yeah. Now, what has this got to do with the Sabbath? Well, let's see. Can anyone get me a Bible right quick and turn to Exodus? Old Testament, Exodus. Exodus. And I see, can I find this reference here? Now, let us look at the meaning of the word Sabbath. Sabbath. S-A-B-B-A-T-H. Let's see, can we break this word up? Sabbath. Something is getting a bath. Right? And we know that Sunday is a day for taking a cultural bath in the church. That's what it used to be. Now they're doing all kinds of things in the church. But it used to be a day for taking a bath, a cultural bath, in the church. Let's look at another word that sounds like Sabbath. In fact, it sounds like, in fact, you don't pronounce that Sabbath. People say Sabbath. Yeah. So let's look at another word now. Sabbath. Sabbath. They're different words, but don't they pronounce alike? Sabbath, Sabbath. You don't say Sabbath. You say Sabbath. Sabbath, Sabbath. Now, to save time, I ain't going to put this word, sabotage. Sabotage. Now, a Sabbath can be a bath, or it could be a sabotage. Depends on who's giving it. And believe me, you've been sabotaged. You who came up into the church, you've been sabotaged, baby. You didn't have to come up in the church. You've been out there in this Western culture. You've been sabotaged.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
What is Sabbath? This Sabbath. Sabbath is shoe. Shoe is Sabbath. Look in your dictionary. Dowling Thomas. Look in your dictionary. So you'll believe the white man. Yeah, he wrote that. That's how come you don't question it.
That's right.
Jackass Tom, you. Sabbath. Sabbath means shoe or boot. Now, who's depicted as the boot shiner? You. Who's the shoe shine boy? You. So what are they saying? They're telling us something. And if we know what they're saying, we can know how they think. And we want to know how they think because we want to beat them thinking. So if they say we're the shoe shine boy, what are they saying? Can't nobody beat a nigger talking love talk in the church. That's what they're saying. He can shine the soul better than anybody. Just give him a little soul polish and a piece of rag from the gospel. And that nigga will shine some souls. And they do, don't they? That preacher, man, I'm telling you, he can work out that. You can't beat no Belialian preacher. And I've seen them. I've seen the southern crackers, you know, they're good too. The deeper you've been in misery, the best you can do with that soul job. But ain't nobody been deeper than us in loneliness, isolated, alienated, hated, despised, stepped on, spit on, called monkey and shine. We've been deep down in the weeping waters. Yeah. So they know we have more soul sensitivity. Or we can shine that shoe better than anybody. But you should be tired of shining shoes. You should want to polish some intellects.
That's right. That's right.
Sabbath, shoe. Sabbath is shoe. Now the Bible mentions, if I can find it here, I don't want to waste too much time. The Bible mentioned in Exodus the Sabbath. And God is instructing Moses to instruct the people in the observance of the Sabbath. It says 6 days thou shalt work, and on the 7th day you shall rest. Right? Rest, R-E-S-T. Do you think that has a meaning only in the Bible? In music, what is the rest? Yes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That's rest. Do starts all over again. Right? Now, let's see what music is saying. Do, D-O-E, is what? A deer. Right? Deer is something, has sweet meat, they say. Sweet meat. Innocent creature. Loved because he's so sweet. But needs protection too. Because the hunters will eat him all up. Kill them all out, right? Doe. He's not wild. He's not out there. He's not wild. He's not out there attacking anything. Let's look at another doe. It's pronounced doe too. D-O-U-G-H. Dough. That's the dough of bread. The dough that you bake and make a bread, right? It's dough too. So it's referring to two things. Dough, the essence of the society, their sweetness that make them vulnerable if they don't have knowledge. People can fish in their emotions and do whatever they want with them. Then it refers also to the dough bread. And the bread represents what? The bread represents doctrine. Doctrine. Or pardon me, bread represents knowledge of the doctrine or religion. Dough is that knowledge in its raw form. Raw form. It's not yet matured. It's not yet made ripe or ready for eating. The baking, the heating is what makes it rise to its fullest and come to its best texture. Right? Yes. The heat does that. The right heat. Too much will run it. Not enough is no good. So that's a dough. So we say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Ti, rest. Start with the innocent people. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Rest them. And T looks like a cross to me. And I believe that's the crux of the matter. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So if you ain't got no sense, but you have a heart to respond, then you're dough. You this dough. If you ain't got no sense, but you have a curiosity, you're this dough. See? And for both of you, we're going to put you on the cross, T. That's what music's saying. We're going to put both of you on the cross, T, on the rest point. Now, what is the cross? T is the last letter in the Hebrew alphabet, Tau. It means finished. And the Western world takes it and put it on a grave, and they say it means dead. Finished from in this world, right? And then they put it around your neck, meaning that you are hooked, crucified alive. Oh, what is this bad sad about our religion? Well, you know your religion. If I'm saying something wrong, then you know that you know your own religion. If I'm saying something wrong, you the best knower of whether I'm right or wrong. Because you know your own religion. I'm telling you what these people are saying in their language, in their cultural language, what they're saying over the heads of the common people. I saw a monster picture once, and it was a Dracula movie. But it was a different Dracula movie. It wasn't like the rest of them I had seen. It fooled me. And it was funny. Dracula came in, he didn't come in so cool and with all the drama, He came in, and this woman reached and grabbed a cross, and she put that cross right up to his face. He said, "You got the wrong Dracula." It didn't work on him. He got his neck mad. We want to leave that up there. Now, 6 days shall you work upon me, and on the seventh day you rest. Not only you, your ass. I'm reading the Bible. You, your ass, your maidservant, your manservant, your maidservant, everything under you is supposed to rest. You and everything in your charge. Rest. Is that right? Yes. Then it also says that at the end of every 7th year, there's another Sabbath. At the end of 7 days, at the end of 7 years. And at the end of 7 years, there's a freedom that's granted. It explains what the 6th rest means. Now, let's look at the week. The week, W-E-E-K. And let's apply the same rule that applies throughout, without fail. Let's write week in another way. W-E-A-K, week. Now, we could put W-E-E-K, week, in. But how about putting W-E-A-K-E-N-D? Weekend. Weekend. And what's our weekend? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right? Isn't that our weekend? Friday after work, that's when the weekend starts. So from that point to Monday, till Monday starts, is your weekend. And it is. In this society, that's your weekend. You go out and blow everything you build up. So now we're going to put another word up here. Freedom. F-R-E-E-D-O-M. Freedom. What is dumb? It's dumb. That's what it is. It's dumb. Freedom. Free dummies. Free dummies. Freedoms. Isn't that what the freedom has spelled out for Western society? A bunch of free dummies. Now I'm telling you that they intended to bring us to this state. That's why they pronounced it freedom. They could have pronounced it freedom. They could have said freedom. They didn't have to say freedom. D-U-M. They said freedom. If we put an E at the end, how you pronounce it now? Freedom. And this is the dome here. Your head is your dome. That's supposed to be over your dominion. Somebody broke the Sabbath, didn't they? If the Sabbath was intended to bring us to our senses, and then after bringing us to our senses, then sense man was supposed to go out in the society and make the society conform to good senses by freeing the ass, the ignorant tight-heads, nutheads. That's all is but ignorance, therefore they are unruly, like donkeys. Now the donkey, he has big ears. Look like he's saying, oh, I'm a student. I'm studious. I'm all ears. But you try to tell that dumb sucker something, he can't learn anything. Stubborn as he can be. And he does his work like he hates it. You seen you. Just like you. Horse and other animals, they prance along like they happy doing it. Here come that donkey. And after a while, he stopped. He don't tell you what's wrong. He just stopped and spread his legs out. You say, get up, mule. Come on, mule, the sun's going down. I got to get this fur plowed up here. Get up, mule. Man told me he got down once and took a 2x4. He walked right up straight to his mule and fixed his mule, looked his mule with the mule in the face, and whacked him right in the front of his head with that 2x4. He said, that mule got to moving. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he said. It's too much to try to discuss everything that's in this. Take too much time. But everything's supposed to be rested on the seventh day. Supposed to get rest on the seventh day. The Bible tells us in the New Testament what kind of rest that is. Jesus says, come into my rest. What is his rest? To be good. Stop being selfish. Be open-hearted. To let yourself give of yourself. Isn't that his rest, according to the New Testament? Yes. And he condemned those selfish people who walked by misery in the town and didn't come to the aid of their fellow man. He condemned them. And he showed them the example of human compassion. And the old conservatives in the religion condemned him and charged him with breaking the Sabbath. So Sabbath meant one thing to those old conservatives, and it meant another thing to Jesus Christ according to the New Testament. Peace be on him. All right? To them it meant secrecy. It meant keeping the non-elect that they elect out of the knowledge. To Jesus, it meant charity. It meant giving it to those who ask and those who ask not. Yes. Giving it to all those who need, whether they come to you or not, you go to them. All right. What has that to do with the shoe? The shoe covers our foot. And the foot represents that is fundamental. That is fundamental for the development and growth of society. You need to be able to discipline yourself. The ability to stand on your heel, isn't that the uppermost, the highest discipline the toddling child learns? He starts out like an animal on fours. But he has a natural urge in him to stand up erect like his adults and the youngsters that have managed to do that. So that urge is so strong in that young child, he doesn't have to be taught how to stand up and walk. He will do it on himself. You know, some of us think you have to teach a child. You don't have to teach a child to stand up and walk. That child will pull up on something and it will learn to stand up and walk by itself. That's the natural urge in the child. So his highest development in terms of him being able to discipline himself as a toddler is the ability to stand up straight, balance himself on his own feet, on his own heels, and walk. Right? Yes. After that, it's a mental process. It's a mental process. But before the mental process, there is a spiritual process. That child is trying to spiritually discipline himself. Why do we use the expression spiritually discipline himself? Because he has to control emotional, spiritual tendencies in himself to such great extent that he's able to balance himself. If he let his mind slip away to what's happening over there, or what he's feeling in his heart, or what's the itch that's bothering him, he'll never be able to take that stand. That child has to concentrate on bringing himself to an erect, upright, balanced position. So this is the discipline of will, isn't it? He has a will to stand up like others. He has to discipline his will so that his will doesn't be influenced by other things while he's trying to stand up erect. It requires great concentration. That child that managed to stand up, it requires great concentration on the part of that child. That child can't do that. You ever seen a child learning how to stand up laughing? You ever seen him come up doing the boogie? No. He doesn't come up under emotionalism. He has his emotions trained. He trained his emotions. He grabs his emotions and he tells his emotions, stand still. Don't quiver. Because I want to stand up like other folks. Now the same principle that brings that baby up on his feet is needed to bring our African American up on their feet. You have to cut out your monkey shine. Cut out your stupid, silly behavior. Get rid of that. Put that silly behavior behind yourself. Stop all that musical crazy fever that you got. Get rid of that foolishness. Get your emotions into your own grip.
so you can stand on your feet like a man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's a precious knowledge. That's science. I'm not putting fancy terms to it like they do in the colleges. They put a lot of big, long terms to it and call it by a lot of fancy, long names and give it to you under the heading of psychology, behavioral psychology, this kind of psychology, that kind of psychology. I'm giving it to you in simple language that you understand. But I'm giving you science. And that's what's needed to get our people up out of the rut that they've been in now ever since they were freed. Can't blame us for what happened during slavery time. We were in chains, we were slaves. But when freedom come, a man should think for himself. Shoe now comes from the Egyptian mythological deity called Shu, but it's spelled S-H-U, and that S-H-U pronounced Shu. But tell me, what makes this pronounced Shu? No way to pronounce this Shu.
That's right.
There's not another word that I found, maybe you found one, I haven't, that's spelled like this and have a U sound. It's the only one that I found. S-H-O-E spells shoe.
Yeah.
How come? When there's not a rule for it in the English language. Not a rule for it in English grammar. How come this word spells shoe? Because it's shoe. It's this shoe. And it's hidden by this spelling. It's hidden under this spelling. It's this shoe. What was shoe now? Shoe, let me take this off. Praise be to Allah. Shu was a deity that was mythologically, that means it's not real, it's real only when you connect the imaginary thing with what really was meant by it. The mythological language with the actual language. That's when it's real. But it's not real in the mythological language. This deity by the name Shu, a man, was lifted up to the sky and formed the sky with his body, being arched, his feet upon the earth, his hands touching the ground, and the rest of his body arched to form the sky. This is mythology. So his body then represents what? The arch of the foot. What is it saying then? It's saying that the whole body is given to this sensitivity. Given to sensitivity. The whole body. The hands touch the ground and the feet touch. The whole body is raised up, arched. So, whereas in the symbol of the foot as we just gave it, the arch represents, the sensitive part of the bottom of the foot represents the sensitivities in the human being. Here, the Egyptians had the whole body representing sensitivities. And it's true. When you become a glutton and get real fat and ugly against your will or against your wishes, wasn't it your body? Its sensitivity, its hunger for more and more and more, and you catering to it, right? Yes. Some of us like to be tickled under the foot. Some kids say, don't do that, don't do that. Then some like it, you know. Do that again. Do that again. Do that again. And you stop. Do that again. Right? Yeah, so it's different. Then some of us, we just want somebody to rub us on our nose. They rub me on our nose. Yeah. They got all kind of fetishes and freaks and things. Yeah. Right? Yeah, you know it. Yeah. So, shoe then represents, the shoe on your foot, represents the cultural cover, the cultural protection for your basic nature. Cultural protection that covers it, protects it. And its purpose is to lift those basic sensitivities, fundamental sensitivities in you, to lift them or take them out of contact with the ground. So they won't be influenced by materialism. All right? Or by material appetite. Now, you who are my age and older, you will agree with me that the church, for most of our people, when we were youngsters, put our minds up in the sky and separated conscience from material development. It was the place where you went to hear the talk about this doesn't matter. The material world doesn't matter. You can have this whole world. Just give me Jesus. You all remember that song? You can have the whole world. Just give me Jesus. Now that was a big, big ass shoe. That man nasty mouth. I said a big, big donkey shoe. You nasty mouth. We don't want Sabbath to go off the board there. Yes. So that's shoeing. Now, shoe. What are these? Shoe fly fine in the buttermilk? You shoe flies, according to that particular song. Shoe fly pie. No, shoe fly pie, yeah, in the buttermilk. Yes, that's how it goes. So they connect fly with shoe, right? So what they're saying, now look, we have some masses, some of these, the masses now, the common people, they're getting so they don't appreciate fresh milk. They like sour milk. They have become flies. Well, hell, get some new shoes for them. I mean, we're going to step up the shoe process. Shoe fly pie in the buttermilk. You don't believe it? Their songs tell you what's on their mind.
That's right.
But we write those songs. You don't write nothing.
That's right.
You write and you present it to them and they look at it. If they can't revise it to suit them, they throw it away. And most of what you bring, they tell you they can't use it. Yeah, one of Stevie Wonder's numbers. I heard the words to it, and from the pulpit I told the people, I said, they didn't write this number. I said, I know they didn't write this number. I said, go inquire. For a long time, nobody said anything. But finally, a young brother came to me. He said, Brother Imam, I found it You were right. This is the only number on the LP that they didn't write. You think that's an accident? How I recognize the only number on the LP that they didn't write? Because I know they didn't have that mind to do it. Shoo. All right, let's see. Trying to save time. We won't. A lot of it we just skip over because we could catch it in another way. Tie it to something else to save time. All right. Now, let's put the Arabic term for shoe on the board. It's na'la. Shoe that's used in the Quran for the shoes that Moses was told to take off when he came to Sinai, the holy mountain. The word for that in the Quran is na'leika. Na'leika, your shoes. The Bible says shoe, and I've connected English shoe with its meaning. Whether you accept it or not, I've done it. By the help of God, we've done it. Now, let's see this one. Na'leika, your shoes. Allah said to Moses, you are on the sacred valley, Qudus, holy, valley of Tuwa. Told him to take off your shoes. Na'leika. All right? Now, you got that down, we take it off. Quran is the book that makes clear. Now we're going to really learn what the Quran says about shoes. And you see, you got your shoes off in here, right? All right. The word shoe that is used in the Quran is for animal shoes. For animal shoes. The shoe that the blacksmith put on the horse. But actually it refers directly to the horse, what do you call, hoofs? Hoofs, his hoofs. They are called na'alatul faras. Horse shoes or hoofs. Horse hoof. Na'ala al-faras. Na'ala al-faras. That's horse shoe. And Moses had on horseshoes when he came to the sacred valley. And God said, take off those shoes. You're on sacred ground, the sacred ground of Tuwa. The Bible says it too, right? But the Quran uses a term, a language that make us understand better. Now, in mythology, they have the principle in a depiction, in a drawing. They got human beings with animal lower parts and animal hoofs for feet. Right? So what is mythology saying? Making a human being with a lower part of an animal and hoofs for feet. It's saying that those human beings have lost their basic senses. And they associate it with what? The woods life. The woods life. the uncultured, uncivilized world, right? Yes. And they plague civilization. And they put you on high heels like hoofs about 5 or 10 years ago, didn't they? And some of you still jacked up like centaurs. Right? Yeah, that's what they call them in mythology, centaurs. Jacked up on your feet like centaurs and walking like centaurs. The hills so big and heavy and high, they can't walk naturally. They walk like centaurs and think they're so cool and hip. Hey, baby, what's happening, baby? What's going on, man? All jacked up like a centaur on some big old hoofs, big old elevated hoofs, and walking half bent-legged like a horse standing up on his hind. You should hate that this world make a fool out of you like that. That shows you what they care about you. They don't care nothing about you. You ain't nothing to them. Oh, I'm a person. What is person? Oh, I'm a soul of God. What is that? In our religion, that's precious. But for this world, it's nothing. You know what they call your soul, your person? A worthless thing. And I have scripture and history to back up what I'm saying. They call it a worthless thing. What they want? Slaves. That's what's precious to them. Bring me a man that will do what I say and won't question me. Won't let his principles or his morals or his religion interfere with what I want him to do. Bring me that man. He's worthy. He's worthwhile. He's precious. Isn't that what they say? Yes. But bring them somebody that's morally upright, conscientious, true, truthful. Can't use him. They look at you and say, oh, shoot. Oh, goody, goody bastard. You know what they say. Goody, goody bastard. And you might have a lot on the ball. You might can make his thing much greater than it is. But he doesn't want you because you are going to shine on his evil, wicked, corrupt, rotten, funky ways, and he doesn't want you bothering his conscience. So he hates your presence. Hates your presence. But we find our comfort in the Lord. And we are dignified. It denies us our natural, rational basis that we need in order to survive in this life. It's terrible. Shu in its good meaning. Shu in its good meaning. What does it mean? In its good meaning, it means that you have now developed a protection for your sensitivities. In its good sense, it means that you have now a protection for your sensitivities. Now, the shoe is usually made of what? The animal hide. And most shoes, historically, have been made from the cowhide. Cowhide. Yes. And the Quran tells us how the cowhide was used to bring the man that was slain back to life. It says, take a piece of the hide and strike him with it. And they did it, and he came back to life. It means taking the knowledge of sensitivity in you, and showing it to you dead. You have seen it alive. Show it to you dead. And explain to you that your senses are good dying to the right thing. Your senses should be dead to things that will corrupt you. So that's the good shoe, isn't it? That's the good shoe. Wear dead senses to those things that on the ground, on the gutter level, that will corrupt me. But there is also a danger here. Some people have an inclination to give themselves to the bad things, to the corrupt things, and they become a shoe against good influences. Right? Yes. They become insensitive to good influences because their heart is in the bad influences. So then we have to tell them, take off those shoes. You got on the wrong shoe. That's not your shoe. The world gave you that shoe. The horse's shoe is natural. Nobody made it for him. The horse's shoe is a hoof that grows naturally. But it grows so long, it makes it awkward for the horse to do the things the rider wanted him to do. So the rider has to cut down his hoofs and then shoe him with steel. Right? And you know he played with 2 pieces of steel. That Jacobite, that's his Taurus steel. So he take and make an iron shoe or a steel shoe, and he makes a arc out of it. He arcs it, right? Yes, they call it a U. I don't know how you spell it, but I spell it like this because this is who it's for. E-W-E. Now, isn't that a weird spelling for you? And you know what it means? Sheep. Innocent little lamb. And Mary had a little lamb. And everywhere she went, that little lamb was sure to go. Because he didn't have no damn sense of his own. Here we're going to close it out on this because we got another appointment in about 35 minutes. But I don't care, they can wait too. I wouldn't rush out on them. Let's put garden up here. Garden of Paradise. G-A-R-D-E-N, is that how you spell that word? See, I don't know how to use these words. G-A-R-D-E-N. That's garden? Well, I guess it is. I haven't seen it in a long time. We want to see it, don't we? Good to look at again. Yes, now let's go back to the garden. Eden, or whatever you like to call it, just the garden. Let's go back to the garden now. And trouble started when the rivers of the garden went out from the garden and became heads. Right? Yeah, that's what they say. They say the rivers, 2, 3, 4 became heads. Now, when sensitivity becomes your head, the world's in bad shape. The river represents sensitivity. As long as the sensitivity is in the garden represents the correct check that God put on the sensitivities. God made the man and the woman, and he put them in the garden. He put them in his check. for their sensitivities. And as long as they were in that check, they were all right. But the rivers went out from the garden and became heads. He didn't intend for those rivers to become heads. They're supposed to stay feet, not heads. So they say they hung Peter upside down. Now, I didn't say that. They said it. They say they put his feet over his head when they crucified him. And Peter represents the start of Western religious church life. Am I right or wrong? So by their own language, they are saying that they turn the Western society upside down and put sense over intelligence. And put sense over intelligence. Put sense perception over rational perception. They're saying it, not me. I'm just telling you what they say. And your shape as a people tell me you are the worst victim of it. So the 4 rivers went out from the garden and became heads. That's terrible. That's terrible. It's so terrible that Farad Muhammad saw those 4 as the devil. And he said, who will bring in 4 devil heads at one? Who will bring and present 4 devil heads at one time? Say his reward will be a trip to the holy city Mecca to see Brother Mohammed. Well, Samson gave the Gentile a riddle. And he gave us a riddle. And I broke his riddle. And brought his kingdom down. Just like they tricked Samson, didn't they? Put out his eyes, made him a workhorse at the wheel of their symbolic religion. Had him grinding, and never eyes would never come open. Finally, he just gave up. He said, let me find some little boy. If there's any intuitive instinct in me, come, little boy, lead me to the foundations of this thing. And Samson allowed his little boy in the form of intuitive instinct to lead him to the foundations of the house. And he pulled the house down because he didn't like what they did to his mind. Now, Farad did the same thing to us, and I didn't like what he did to our mind. So I grabbed the pillars and I pulled it out. But I was lucky. I came out without a scratch. So, you see the trouble now? You see what we have to do now? The biggest devil are not those devils. Those devils hold down the most stupid, the most ignorant of the people. But we have some bigger devils holding down intellectuals, holding down scientists. And they're seen in 3, not 4, 3. 3 devils that we stone when we make Hajj. And one is the big devil of them all. Right? The big devil. And we have to be very accurate. We don't hit that devil in his leg or his foot or his side. We aim for his head. Every stone must hit him in the head. Said, and truth comes. It's hurled against falsehood and knocks out its brain. So here in the first picture that we got, we have slavery in the form of manipulated sensitivity in the people. It's being manipulated, made the head of them when it should be something in their life, under their intelligence. Right? Yes. Yes. Now here they got three big devils. What do they represent? They represent the levels, the three main grades of ascension that man makes intellectually. Man comes in material knowledge and he ascends materially with that knowledge until he gets so far and he can't go no farther. Until he comes into what? Science. He comes into science, he's able to get more development. Science should bring him into obedience to the universal scheme of God. Science should bring him there to see that this science points to a universal scheme that God intends for all creation. But no, the devil won't get that. The devil then use that as a strategy to enslave other people. He takes the sciences and uses the sciences to hoodwink the dummies. And what is the biggest blinder he has? Church. False religion. Now, not just church, any people's false religion. False religion. The biggest devil is false religion. The first of the devils is materialism. A bigger devil than materialism is so-called empirical sciences that really ain't nothing but an excuse for atheists or atheism.
That's right.
Is that right? Yes. They take you youngsters and they bring you into their colleges and universities and they work on you to make you atheists.
That's right.
Yes. First devil, materialism. Next devil, atheism. And the biggest of them all is lies in the religion. Do you want that? No, I've come out of it. That's right. If I had my way, I'd fix it. That's right. I'd fix it. I'd give a preacher or a Christian one opportunity. I'd tell them this message, and if they went out of here not confessing the truth, I'd shoot them in their goddamn heads. That's right. Because they ain't fit to live. They ain't fit to live. If they know this truth and then still insist upon doing that devilishment and living that corrupt, false life, we should just line them up and shoot them in their damn heads. I said if I had my way. I don't have my way. So I have to do what I'm doing, try to teach. That's all I can do, is try to open people's eyes to see with the guidance that God has made available to us. Right? We can't force you to believe or force you to walk the right way. Is that in the Bible? Sure it is. The devil's in the Bible. Say, rejoice not, whole Palestine, for out of the serpent's root shall come a flying cockatrice. It's a three-headed bird hatched from a snake's egg. A snake, pardon me, a snake that have bird body can fly. Hatched by the egg, egg of a bird, hatched, egg of a snake, pardon me, now I got it. Egg of a snake hatched by a bird. The snake laid his egg in the bird's nest, and the bird hatched the snake's egg.
And the egg came out as a three-headed flying serpent. Materialism, atheism, false religion. Now, one of these days, we don't want to miss this. This is being taped, and I want all my imams to have this. One of these days, we're going to talk to you on the concept of a car, inshallah. Car, automobile. Automobile. Now, they have one-wheel drive, they have two-wheel drive, they have four-wheel drive, right? Yes. And they all mean something. And they're all dealing with the four. And they all manipulating your senses. This is a concept that holds the secret of the way that they manipulate the senses of the masses. And you all ride around in cars. Everybody got to have a car.
That's right.
You may not have a home. You may not have your rent. But you're supposed to have a car.
That's right. That's right.
And your boss will give you a loan to get you some kind of old car. He ain't give you nothing on a house. But he'll give you a loan to help you get some kind of old car. But now the car is becoming such a problem that they say, well, you ain't got no car? Get in the pool.
That's right.
Now, is that the first thing that was on this earth with four-wheel drive? No, the horse had four-wheel drive. Yeah, you got it. Horsepower.
Right.
Your car represents your horse sense. And they got to make it with four-wheel drive. They had to come to that because horses have four-wheel drive. The horse drives himself with all four. But the way they walk, sometimes they walk and each foot is accented, right? So that's like one-wheel drive. Although four is doing it, but they're doing it with concentration on one at a time. And then you see some horses, they run and look like the concentration is on two. What they call those that the side, they walk with side. Trotters or something they call them. No, not the gallop. The gallop is on four. Gallop is on four. I think they call them trotters. Yeah, his left and right side are so well coordinated that he coordinates those legs, you know. So he's a two-wheel drive. And then there's a galloper, four-wheel drive. So they had to make these vehicles conform to that language. Now anybody that's so hooked up on symbolism that they have to make industry and everything conform to their symbolism, do you know they ain't got no business ruling this world? If they are that weird, that way out, that they have to make everything conform to their symbolism, jack a man up on shoes that are unhealthy for him, and they know they are unhealthy for him. Jack a woman up on shoes that they know is unhealthy for that woman. Put that woman in girdles and stilts and things that they know is unhealthy for that woman. Authorize things for industry to make that they know is unhealthy for your mind and your body. Don't you know they got to be way, way out? They're crazy. That's right. You're scared.
Because I'm talking about the big thing. I'm talking about the biggest thing on this earth. And you were scared. I'm happy to know that you were scared. That make me feel better. Because I know this ain't no human courage that I got. Allah has given me this courage. Yes. So that make me feel good. I know that Allah has given me what I got because you don't have it. Oh, I ain't talking to my people. Talking to these people that sneaked in with you. Now, when will Sabbath come? The Quran tells us what happened to the Sabbath breakers. They were turned into monkeys, conscious of their shame. Right? Yes. The Sabbath breakers, reduced to despicable, low-life creatures, conscious of their own shame. So that tells you that the Sabbath breaker that was cursed, even after he was cursed, he still was left with the conscience that he did wrong. Khashi'in is a word that's used. It means that they were conscious of their wrong. Though they were made low-life animals, they were still conscious of their wrong. So it doesn't mean they actually were made monkeys or nothing like that. Like we were taught by Farad, that the white man was actually a monkey. He degenerated from black man and grew a tail and became a monkey. And they had to send Musa with a razor to go to Europe and cut off their tails and shave them and bring them back to civilization. Isn't that what we were taught? I wonder what kind of razor he had that would shave a person once and they didn't grow hair no more. We need that razor, don't we? So it couldn't have been physical. It can't be literal. See, any dumbbell, once his eyes open, he can see it ain't literal. Can't be literal. What kind of razor would he have to shave a monkey once and the monkey doesn't grow hair no more? Now I can understand him cutting the tail off and he didn't grow a tail again. But hair grows back when you shave it off. So that wouldn't have disguised them, made it possible for them to mix with people. They'd just been monkeys without tails. You say, what the hell is this? And that was for that fellow that sneaked in too with you. Now, the Quran condemns the Sabbath breaker, although we don't have Sabbath. Sabbath means a special time to tell the people truth so they will be free. We don't have a Sabbath. We have no special time to tell people the truth so they'll be free.
That's right.
The time for us to tell them the truth is every day.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And Jesus is a sign of Prophet Mohammed and this true religion coming. He prayed, give us this day our daily bread. Not bread for Sunday, bread for every day. Now the Bible says that leaven is the doctrine of the Pharisees. Is that right? Now leaven is yeast, and yeast is put into bread. So if leaven is the doctrine of the Pharisees, then the Bible is telling us that the Bible, the New Testament itself, is bread too. But bread in what sense? Bread in the sense of its report on the life of Jesus, how he lived. Because he said, take this in remembrance of me. And they use bread in the communion, right? And the bread is supposed to be symbolic of Jesus' own body, flesh and blood body. Not his body as flesh and blood, not his body itself. In fact, his body is supposed to be body without the blood. The bread represents just the meat, but not his meat of his body, actual body. It means how his body behaved in the world. In other words, eat my sunnah. Eat my sunnah. And then they say they take the wine to commemorate his blood. And he said, according to the Bible, my blood is the New Testament that I give. Is that right? That's Bible. So his blood is the spirit of the New Testament. And his flesh is his own obedience to that spirit. Is that right? Yes, sir. The spirit is what God revealed to him. The spirit became the dominant theme of the New Testament that sets the spirit of the New Testament, right? That was his blood. His blood was given to him by Allah, not his blood in his body, physical body, the knowledge that God revealed to him. And he shed that knowledge for the salvation of his people. Some people say the world. No, it was pointing to Mohammed when it said the world. For the same man say, I come not for the world, but for the lost sheep of Israel. Isn't that right? And he said, I pray. He said, I pray not for the world, but for these that God has given me out of the world. This is the Bible. But still the same character in the book is accredited also with sending his people out to the world, which is only a point to Prophet Muhammad, that when he comes, he will be for the world. That was a movement, a twofold movement that started with Jesus as a sign that it would come into complete fluctuation under the leadership of Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings be on him. You see, this is it. All right. Now you check some of the books. They didn't stop doing that because they want to hide the truth from you now that I'm telling it. They saw it coming, so they start hiding. And this, I can show you this also in that scripture, that when the truth comes, draw back the evidences. That's right. Take the evidences out of circulation. They kill whole languages so people won't get evidences. You think Latin died because the people didn't like it no more? Latin was killed so the people wouldn't get the knowledge that was in Latin before they established the false church. That's right. Latin didn't die, they killed Latin because it contained too much of the old original knowledge. They had to take that whole language out of existence. Now, look in some of the old Bibles and you'll see that what Jesus says in the New Testament is in red ink. The red ink represents blood, but not blood from a flush, this here. It represents the life of the gospel. What is your blood? The Bible says, and blood is the life. And what it says? Yes. It says, and the life is in the blood. That's what the Bible says. You see? So that's what the blood means. It doesn't mean blood in the flesh, physical flesh, meat. It means blood in the meat of the book. And Paul said, those who have no teeth, they can only handle such things as milk. But meat is for men of understanding. Now, I'm not giving you the exact words, but that's what he said. That meat ain't for babes. Babes can't handle meat. So meat doesn't mean what you thought it meant. You'd be a cannibal if you really believed in Christianity like they give it to you. You would. What would you think of primitive people if you went to their village and saw them sitting down drinking some wine, red wine, and eating some crackers? You say, hey, what you doing? They say, this is the flesh, and this is the blood. You say, hell, which way it's out of here? You think they were cannibals.
And believe me, they don't care if you are cannibals. That's right. In fact, they give you a message like that to appeal to your degenerated human mind, trying to wake the beast in you that really was never intended to be you. The beginning of man is not with the beast. The beginning of man is with the blossoming of his intellect. That's the beginning of man. But they want to take your intellect back grade, to get your intellect to come under something that it was never meant to be under. Blind, brute instinct. Blind animal sensitivities. Yes. And those people that's in that kind of condition, Christianity has an appeal to them. They go and they learn about the Mass, and they see a man up on a cross, blood dripping all out of him. And then some people going through a ceremony, drinking wine that looks like red blood, diluted with a little water. Yeah, it looks like blood diluted with a little water, you see. And they drinking it, and then they crack the bread. This is his flesh. Take you this in remembrance of this is his blood. He shed for the world. And little few drops come out of his mouth, and he looked like Dracula, just bit a neck. Yeah. So those primitive-minded people, by the power of suggestion, they are sent further backwards, away from humanity, back into animalism. Yes. And the proof of it is a society. Look at Europe and America that has been under that. They have done things that has shamed the worst savage in the jungle. Yes. Ain't a savage in the jungle have carried out more savagery, more bestiality than Western so-called civilization. And this is a fact. Read some of the stuff they did to our mothers and fathers, young boys and girls, for nothing but play, just for their enjoyment on the weekend. And they were Christians that did that. At least they professed to be. They said they were Christians. You better wake up. We not only forming an Islamic community here, we are getting our life back. I mean the Bilalian lost life that was lost to slavery and all the lies that white supremacy told on us, told against us. We getting our life back. And pretty soon Allah's going to bless me with enough good men to whip your ass. Right? We're not going to take it. If we get enough people with us, we're going to make our people get out of that damn foolishness they're in and walk like a man. And let me tell you, we wouldn't love our people if we didn't do that. How can we say we love our people and we know what life is and we have life, and then we will let them be cowed by this cultural environment, be intimidated by the false cultural environment, and let them go to hell while we're looking at them with our eyes? No, if we can beat them for disobeying mama in the house, we should beat them for obeying a devil in the world. Now, I respect intelligent people. If I meet with intelligent people, I respect intelligent people. But a defiant, old crazy, defiant person, see the light and still defy you, we should make some examples out of a few of them. That's right. Let the man find some of them hanging from a light post and say, no Klansman did this. This is Muslim justice.
men patrolling our neighborhoods and let him find that old Uncle Tom cheap-minded beast that won't come to his salvation. Let him find him swinging from a tree or a lamppost or something, and a big sign on him. Didn't no Klan do this? A Muslim did this. This is Muslim justice.